On. All right, so Nikola Jokic is ready.
We made it to 7 seconds before we have Nikola Jokic. Congratulations on this one, Nikola. The fourth quarter was huge. How did you guys get it done?
I mean, it was a collective effort. I think I think our defense were supposed to be, I think holding that. I think the whole series. I think we are holding that team around 100, 105, 110 points. I think that's really good for us. Except the first game, they scored 150, whatever. So it was an interesting game, and I'm just glad that we won it.
Not just this series, but the entire playoff run. It's been fun seeing who on your team has stepped up in the big moments. You had Jamal Murray tonight playing his own version of the flu game, and then you had Julian Strawther in the fourth. 17 points in the entire postseason. The man dropped 15 in this game alone. What do you say about those two performances tonight?
I mean, Julian was big for us. Of course, he made big shots. He had a really big, like on the 45. He had a big three. He was attacking the ball. He had a couple of big rebounds on the end. So I mean, he didn't play basically the whole series, but he stayed ready. He stepped up in the big moment.
The first 6 games no longer matter. You just got one more to go. Sunday, we'll see if OKC can be as loud as it was in Denver tonight. But how do you get it done on Sunday?
I mean, same thing, collective effort. We have been there. It's an interesting game. It's a game 7, and you just go out there and play your best of your capabilities, and hope for the best.
Thank you for your time. Rest up. We'll see you Sunday.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Nikola says bye-bye, and we say hello to our NBA analyst and pundit there, Kendrick Perkins. So, Perk, the Nuggets, they're facing elimination, and they dig deep, and they force a Game 7. On the whole, what impressed you the most about that win?
Well, one, they got physical. They got physical all across the board. Jokic and Murray, and shout out to Murray for playing through his illness, but it was the others, right? You know role players play better at home. Christian, Bron, and Strawther with some dogs out there, right? Not just the points that they scored, the second efforts defensively and offensively, attacking the offensive glass. We saw a different Denver Nuggets team who, coming into this postseason, was one of the worst defensive teams. All of a sudden, we saw them dig deep on that home court. And Jokic is going to be Jokic. But again, it was the physicality, a brawl for it all. But let me say this. We can't frame it up any better. Game 7, MVP candidate versus MVP candidate. OKC is going to be rocking. I expect a brawl for it all.
Okay, so that being said, on Sunday, the Nuggets, they've pushed the Thunder this far, the top seed in the NBA. What chance do you give Denver of pulling off the upset on the road, beating the top seed at their place in Game 7?
Well, I give them about 40% chance.
We got 40.
Yeah, 40% chance just because they have Jokic, and he's capable of going for a 50-point or 60-point triple-double. I believe Oklahoma City wins this series in 7 games. I think all the young guys, they're going to feed off the energy of that crowd, that arena. I played in that arena. I know how electrifying it can be, and I just think that the Oklahoma City Thunder are going to strap up defensively. Again, we go back to the point that I made and the term we hear all the time. Role players play better at home. So I expect Cason Wallace, Luke Dort, I expect those guys to elevate their game, bring a certain type of tenacity and energy. It's going to be hyped up in there. To be honest with you, OKC is probably going to punch first. I believe it's going to be a 10-point win for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Okay.
It's hard to win in that arena.
You said 40% chance of the Nuggets winning, so that makes 60% chance of Thunder on Sunday in the Oklahoma City area. And meteorology, too, right? I've got the weather down as well. Hey, Perk, just when you talk about a Game 7, we have seen teams at home that have had a huge advantage in Game 7s, but this Thunder team is the youngest team in the NBA. They're facing the nucleus of a Nuggets team that won the title a couple of years back. How does that factor into this game on Sunday?
Well, you never want to disrespect championship experience, right? But also you're dealing with a team that don't know no better, right? And that's the Oklahoma City Thunder, right? It's just going to be another game for them. They're going to keep their identity. The one thing we know about this team, especially at home, they're going to get scrappy, right? They're going to hang their hats on the defensive side of things. We expect this young ball club to come in with a certain level of physicality. They have a championship leader in the locker room, Alex Caruso, who's going to make sure he delivers the right message for us in the locker room tonight to be prepared. And here's the thing. Game 7s, if you give a damn, is stressful as hell. They don't play again till Sunday. So I expect guys to lose sleep. I expect to hell out because that's part of the playoffs, especially when you're trying to go and actually go get it done of actually winning the championship or even advancing to the next round to get to the conference finals. It's supposed to be stressful. It's supposed to be hard. But I think this OKC team is going to rise to the occasion solely because they're going to feed off the energy of that crowd in Oklahoma City.
Hey, I just want to go back to Jamal Murray for a second, get your thoughts on that. The guy wakes up this morning, feels terrible. He's sick. He plays, and he plays really well. Have you ever been in a situation like that? How does that factor into how somebody performs, especially in an important game, an elimination game like tonight?
Well, look, I don't get sick often. You know what I mean? I take very good care of myself.
Drink
That's
a lot of
the first
soda
thing,
out there.
okay?
I know that.
But I do. Dr. Peppers, I love them. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, right? Check this out. I have been in that situation. I wasn't sick, but I was playing through a groin tear. And I played through it the entire postseason, and it was just hell. But listen, a lot of guys, when you talk to a lot of former players, they have regrets. A lot of guys wish they could have played on a team in their career that had a real legit chance of winning the NBA championship or being a title contender. When you have a roster and you have an opportunity to actually go and compete for a title, you want no regrets, and you're willing to play through it all. So again, I understand Jamal Murray was, feeling under the weather, but kudos to him because he came in, set the tone in that first quarter, and he came in and delivered in great fashion because he's been struggling 3 games, especially in the fourth quarter.
No matter what happens on Sunday, I'm not sure a lot of NBA people saw this coming. The Nuggets made the change late in the season, got rid of Michael Malone, put David Adelman in as an interim coach. Here he is, a Game 7 against the top seed, the Oklahoma City Thunder. You have to be impressed with what Denver has done so far. And just looking at the playoffs on the whole here, Perk, I mean, we've seen the Cavs get knocked out. The Celtics have lost their best player, and they're facing elimination. Oklahoma City now facing elimination. The 2 seed in the West, the Rockets, have been knocked out. If you look at this postseason on the whole, what comes to mind for you?
It's the best postseason that I've seen in the last 5 or 6 years, and I'm just being real. Right